Robin is spreading it to the Verizon men. So I'll take this opportunity to apologize to the Verizon men for momentarily getting a picture of what's going on around me. And I purposely, as you can see, had a screen over my lens. You can't see who you are. I have no idea who you are. I don't even remember what you look like, barely. And this is because of Robin Bolls. As if being curious about what's going on, trying to make sure things are in place so that, as I mentioned to the Verizon guy before, the guy downstairs blew up the electricity, lost my computer, blah, blah, blah. I have good reason to pay attention. I didn't say anything about Robin to anyone. But there she is, just now, whispering, tiptoeing down the stairs. And the only reason I'm at my door is because, oh my God, I'm about to leave. I'm going to take my dog out. So what in the world would I be at my door in my apartment for? Like, she continues to turn it into something that I started. The million-dollar question is, how did this start between Robin and I in 2006? Spring 2006. The only reason that I happen to have cameras way before YouTube and phones, cams, and an old-fashioned camera, because I was sent blank videotapes to keep a diary as I lost weight by a doctor, by even a filmmaker. There was a reason for it. It wasn't paranoia. Although I have my own camera because I was beat up by a cop, 13 years before that. So I spent the first, I would say 5 years here, completely minding my own business, oblivious to how thin the walls are, didn't even want to care, wanted to believe in a golden rule where people do respect those lines. You don't have to have it explained to you. You just wouldn't want that done to you. You don't want, someone's having a fight with the phone company, someone's, on their phone yelling at somebody, the guy downstairs screaming, having like pretend rape sex, whatever the weird stuff that goes on. I mean, a couple of us did chuckle about that the first couple of years when people were friendly. But it's like you don't even hold it against anyone. It's like living in a big house with slightly larger, unit doors. So the walls are just so incredibly thin. You don't have to make an effort to hear some of the loud voices on top of that. Just make it completely effortless. But anyway, this is my evidence of slander against Robin, in that, nobody cares. It's never going to come of anything, but I'm just proving my point that by discussing with, a phone company, that I am a part, that I use also, you never know, like, what you might say to someone that might make them really believe her and oh, really? Wow, what a horrible person, And then somewhere down the line, oh, her, wouldn't it be funny to turn on and off her electricity? Whatever she inspires people to do in her own little warped world, in a war against me, I never did anything to Robin Bolls. All of these women sat on the stairs and they made jokes about me. And I recorded it because it was pretty stunning. They didn't know about it. I never told anyone about the cameras. And of course, luckily I had the cameras to prove when it crossed the line and became violent, breaking down my door, showing that to police, and the police barely slapped them on the wrist. How is this possible? For what am I saying? Yeah, 8 years this has gone on. 9 years? It'll be 9 years in the spring. And I'll just end with this. That again, about a year ago in the spring, April, May, maybe it was March, I don't even remember now, say the end of April, I believe. And I hear Gina say, "Oh, really? She recorded her? Well, if she tried that with me, I'll punch her down the stairs." Those were strong words. My mother said to me the other day, hate is such a strong word. Is it? When you use it abstractly just to express frustration and the hate that's being put at you. But anyway, so for asking, for just like facing it, because I didn't believe there was no reason for it. And Gina loves to be seen as this tough, scary person to me. She doesn't like me, she makes that clear, but we've always coexisted fine. Her people, I don't even remember which girl, but there are so many people in and out, and a couple years ago, I dropped a $20 bill out of my pocket, and I had it in my pocket, took the dog out, peed, came right back, and I remember taking my keys out, knew exactly where it would have fallen out, and as I'm coming down the stairs, Gina's people were coming in, and I know they got it. 1% chance I'm wrong, but all I did was ask, did you happen to see a $20 bill? And that starts a fight. And you let it go, obviously. But other than, or an ink pen, I remember was another, like, almost blow-up moment with Gina. She has people here doing laundry that don't live here. Not that much, I guess, but enough. And this pen broke and all this ink went all over the dryer. And, maybe it'll harden, but does some of it come off on your white t-shirt? Whatever. It's fucked up. And when I saw it, she doesn't say, "Oh my God, I can't believe this happened." She just denied having anything to do with it, totally in defense of her, I want to say, sister, niece, cousin, somebody that was, I guess, staying here while she was gone for a weekend or something like that. I barely remember, but I don't even know if I reported it to Ray. I didn't go around reporting anything to anybody. I just sort of look at people and think they must be keeping track. I didn't do anything, but they resent me for that, maybe. And I think it's funny to just try to throw curveballs at me. All these years, though, it adds up, takes a toll. And I gotta get out of here, but easier said than done. Realistically, it's the rents are so out of control that financially you can barely do anything, and that's the thing. People beat each other into dependency, I believe, because they want to have that upper hand. They want that opportunity to torture someone they don't like. And too many people get off on that. And Robin may not be that way with anybody else in the world. I don't know. I don't know the woman, other than my relationship with her, which is based on her doing that to me. And some of the recordings I have are absolutely chilling. She actually stood at the top of the stairs. This is before they realized, I guess, just how audible everything is. And so recordable. I mean, you have to make an effort to listen to it, but there she is at the top of the stairs accepting an Oscar. And the ladies down below from the backs, Carol and Pam and Dolores. Glynis was there sometimes. And her boyfriend, who was the first one that they used to laugh about, oh, she has sex with her dog, because they're dog fucking men who will fuck anything. I don't want them. I don't want anybody. And for being someone who wanted to meet the right person, to actually have a child in love, maybe marriage, novel idea. I mean, but I actually tried to have faith that would happen if it was meant to happen. Everyone is afraid of it to some degree, so I just trusted that I think I wanted it, but you can't force that shit. I bet everyone I know has either made a contract with somebody to stay with them, or they stay together, all mostly based on financial arrangements, probably. Which is nothing to laugh about, because you can't live without money. And so I accuse Robin through this community association, whatever it's called, these managers who run this place, who allow dangerous people to not be given a break. That's fine, but to empower them. Like when I asked, why would you say something so violent? We never had a problem. For saying that, she called the police on me. And I have that conversation on tape because I'm not leaving anything out. And this fucking animal gets herself all riled up, gets the drama going, scares the officers, I think, just from the boredom of having to do paperwork to deal with these people who are capable of, I don't want to say sodomizing a 3-year-old, but I can because the police report says that. I'll be the first one to say that if the police want to see it one way, they'll say anything. So I'll even give this pig of a woman a break that her child wasn't sodomized. But I do know, as everyone knows, that child is dead, a 3-year-old, that she held for days, vomiting. Yeah, I read 100 or more pages of this stuff, medical reports, that